Hi guys, and welcome back to Kit Car Direct MK Sports Cars, week 25 of June 2020. Sun shining, Saturday afternoon, or evening near enough actually now. Having a nice time here in the workshop, relaxing but getting work done at the same time. Love to be test driving the cars. Too much to do out there unfortunately for us at the moment, but I hope you're enjoying cracking on with your cars in your garages, and some track days that I've seen been coming up and people have been out testing their cars again, so that is awesome news. Talking about track days, just so latest magazine, Complete Kit Car magazine's probably hit your doorstep if you're a subscriber. They got a track day booked September the 6th, Brighton Park. It's in their magazine. It's all focused on kit cars really, so good day to have out if you're looking to book up in September. You're getting your car ready, good place to start. On a downsider, bit of unfortunate news. Newark 2020, bit of a news flash, been cancelled. It was a first year of restarting back up again for Newark this year, and obviously Stoney has been postponed until August, but unfortunately they have cancelled it completely. There's no move date for Newark this year. They're hoping to get it rescheduled on again next year, and we'll see, and hopefully we can catch up with some of you people in person. We are open again for visits, again by appointment only. We've had some people collect kits this morning, so thank you to Richard. Again, we've got some bits coming out in the week, so if you're looking to come in, schedule and have a chat with us, we can do Zoom meetings, Skype meetings, etc. Give us a shout. There's a little questionnaire, a couple of things to fill in with us, you know, the normal things to keep everybody safe and healthy out there, and we want to adhere to that as much as possible to protect you as a customer, and of course our staff and myself as well. So yeah, give us a shout if you want to come down and have a look what's going on, or what the cars are about, or the parts even. You may be certain parts. Give us a shout. Talking about parts, we like to show you something else if you're trying to protect it. We've got these heat shields made up. This is with a, I'm sorry, I'm on my own, but 7 logo one that wraps around. They do them in 5-inch, 6-inch silencers. We do. There's a couple of one where we've done some. Don't do this very often, but if we can, we can help. It's a branded one with a customer's own name that he wanted on there. Hopefully you can see that BYRNE on there as well that we've done. And then we get them powder coated as well. So there we just final finishing off the powder coating out to the customer this week as well. So a couple of little products that we've got out there. We'll show you what's been going on in the workshop. See what is going on. Right guys, so I'm filming out here in the workshop. Just something that we've had come in, just so if you're on the hunt for a project, I suppose, here we go. Got something for you guys to have a look at. It's an Indy Classic chassis. It will be, as you see it here, it's got fuel tank, diffing, Labro drive shafts, rear brakes, wheels, prop shaft, steering column, engine cradle in there for bike engine. I think it's a blade engine in that one. Front uprights, front brakes, Protect shocks around, steering rack, etc. on that. We're also going to be putting with this, if you want to, we've got a car engine to go with this. We've got a Sierra double over cam, all management, as well, with exhaust system, as the whole lot really, and a full set of black bodywork to go with this chassis. So if you're on a hunt and you've got a little project, this is going to be relatively cheap for you guys to get into. Give Neil a shout, or myself, Sean. Give us an email or give us a phone call during the weekdays, or an email over the weekend. We may even pick it up if you're looking for a project. It's got a reverse motor actually in here as well. If you're looking for a project that's going to get you started, you want a bit of fun, that's going to be available, you know, pretty much now. We've just got the bodywork to go with it and bits and bobs. So yeah, that's one little thing that's just come in. Hopefully it'll find its way to a garage and then out onto the road and to the circuit, and one lucky owner. So yeah, move on to the next thing. Right, so Indy RX-5 MC time here. We've got a RX-5 MC chassis. We started to build this. It's going to be a factory car. Going to show this as a demo car. What we've done here, instead of our standard Ford like you saw on the Classic a second ago, this is all running MX-5. So we've got MX-5 uprights. Well, we're running wheelwood brakes, but we run the Escort rack. It's all running gear MX-5, so it'll be diff in there. We've removed that because we're doing some mods to it. We had it in earlier in the week. We removed it to do some bracing on it. Uprights, etc. All of that will run the MX-5 running gear. Put in the standard billet pedal box in here that we run. Mazda column with our paddle shift here that will go down to the R1 engine. Oh, that's locked off. That will mount up into here. and the pedal shift will work from there. That's an R15VY engine in there, probably circa 180 horsepower, kind of 38mm cage that we got on this, and we anticipate, well, goal is to get under 450 kilos. Very confident we'll do that. This is an RR chassis as well, so it's fully rose jointed, all on the sides and everywhere, right the way through. RX-5 handbrake, and then we're done. Prop shaft conversion we have here for electric reverse on the Mazda as well, so we've done the full conversion on it as well. So if you're looking to do, works out a little bit cheaper than doing the Ford one, the Mazda, because obviously the donor parts are considerably cheaper. And then on the back here we do the option with the cage, as I said, and then if you want to change to a roll bar, which is the bracing we already put in again for you, and we've done a small lightweight tank on this because we want to keep the weight down on this car, and as I say, we want to get sub 450 kilos, which is well achievable, but yeah, make it a nice, light, nimble car. So we're cracking on with that, and you'll see that progress as well over the coming weeks. It will go off the radar for a little while we're doing wiring, because that's the boring part, but yeah, you'll see it come alive, and we'll see, well, tempt you on the colour, see what comes up. Yeah, we'll move on to the next thing. Speaking about the R1 engine, we've got an R1 engine here. This has come in today. It's for a customer. He's ordered his MC chassis, same as this that we're looking at. In fact, the chassis is all made. It's actually in storage at the moment. I haven't got enough room in the workshop. It's in storage, and that engine's going to be going out to Chris, so he'll be pleased to see that. And we've got his prop shaft and other bits made, all his wishbones, engine cradles, etc. all made this week. All the wishbones are in here in this box, ready to go. His wing stays, steering columns, electric reverse motors all done, steering link bars modified here. So that'll all go out to him. And this crate is all boxed up. That's being collected on Monday. We spoke about that one last week. So move on down. Move out the parts. Monday, started picking. Ready already. If you're looking at custom seat pads, got those in stock now. The Bentley stitched ones. MK harnesses here. We've got those in stock there going out. Wiring looms to go out to customers. And then, pre-pick. And these are actually wet lay carbon extra wide arches. Made a new mould for them. I think you'll probably see, even though they're wet lay, they are pretty good. New moulds, that's why. So the fit and finish on those is way, way better. They're the extra wide rear arches. We've got carbon tunnel tops. Toyo tyres, if you didn't know, we're going out. We're a Toyo stockist and dealer. So if you're looking for tyres, give us a shout. Copper Motor CXRs, we're delivered this week. Got quite a few wheels available. A few sets here. If you're looking for CXRs, we've got those available as well. In stock, in anthracite only, and I'll show you around what a CSR. We put some weights on this, but there we go. We fitted them. We had a load come in, fitted to the CBR car. So I'll just move over to the booster car first. Booster turbo time finally arrived yesterday. We've got our partners at SBD have done the new loom for this. The original loom weren't suitable for running the boost. It was just the stock loom. It weren't working with the MBE, and the management was blank basically. So we've had to get a new loom made up and reflash the ECU as SBD have done for us. We'd been on with wiring anyway, so this is all the stuff to run all the other auxiliaries, lights, indicators, everywhere else. We use these LED lights, so you know if your fuse blows at any time, these little LEDs light up so that you can see, and it's very easy to identify what's going on. So that the rest of that wiring's been done, and we've got stuff in there for all these AIM dashboard that's in as well. So this will start to be plugging and played next week. We've finished all the bonnet scoop. You can't see particularly well, but we've got just here is the ram air part that feeds up to the intercooler. You can see just through in that section there. So we've finished all of that on the booster turbo. So yeah, now we've got the loom, we can crack on. Right, so booster RR, the factory built one we've been dealing with. I think you can see it's got its 4 little corners on now. CXRs, 8-inch on the rear, 6-inch on the front. RAARs all round as well. We fitted all the brakes. Unfortunately, the wheels are on, so you can't really see, but all the brakes have been finished in here now. It's done, etc. Rear shocks on as well in here. We've got Pro Race 1.2s, CXRs on this all round, and then Protec shocks. And then we've just got the rear anti-roll bar, which fixes on these fixings here. That's on the bench. So we scoot over here. That's ready to fit next week. That's a blade, single blade anti-roll bar here, and that's ready to go on. So apologies for this on my own, but it's harder to do on your own and have support. But what we've got here, blade entry roll bars fitted onto the front suspension mounts. So we've got the twin blade one fitted in. It's another nice neat touch. The exhaust manifold is on. We've got the carbon silencer, just a final fit on that. And then, as you can see, carbon interior, tunnel top, etc. All on, very neat, nice and tidy. Got his branded harnesses to go in as well, and then his roll catch tank. This has got to go and fit up here. We'll put that there, so it reminds us. Look at that. So that will fit in as well, and plumb up to the dry cement tank. And all carbon again, carbon bulkhead, carbon aero screen, carbon back panel, carbon rear wings actually. So this is having it. There we go, on the shelf here, ready to fit on. Wet laid carbon, extra wide arches, and front carbon arches as well. They're ready to go on. So rear diffuser as well, that's all made, ready to fit on. So we start to see them bolts getting bolted on next week. Not quite on the ground, a bit more work than we envisaged over the week, cars coming in and out. So yeah, we're cracking on with that as well. CBR car, as we said as well, no different. CXRs we've fitted on this week as well. They've been fitted on, but also manifolds on, and the carbon silencer. Pretty trick they are, very light as well. Yeah, really cool product actually. And again, we're on carbon tunnel top on this one. Actually, it's covered up, keep the dust away. Carbon tunnel. We're just finishing off the gator surround and switches for the dash as well on that. But yeah, CXRs on the rear as well. 8-inch on the rear as that. So cracking on. Little bits and bobs been bolted on all the time as parts can come available, and hopefully we can get these on the ground pretty soon. They're pretty much there, ready to go into the ground once the rear arches and front arches go on this one. We're waiting for some parts to come back from powder coat, that's why, which is a little bit longer at the moment, but that's where we are. You know, some of these companies are doing their very, very best to get the stuff done, but they're on short staff themselves as well. So right, that's where we are. Head back inside.
Right, I'll give you a bit of a walk around the car, show you what we've been up to in lockdown. So, new double silencer, hope to keep it quiet, cut down the original silencer and repack that, and then welded this one up and then had it coated. So hopefully that works. I don't know if you can see in here, but new billet uprights and carriers, and had the original hubs machined down. Don't lose a huge amount of weight out the uprights, but more for strength, a little bit of weight saving there. I don't going to give too much away on how I've mounted everything using bolting shafts, but it is achievable, and I'm sure if you speak to the guys at MK Sportscars, they'll be happy to help you out. New Willwood rear calipers. You might notice I don't run a handbrake system on the car anymore, but I'll show you in a minute how I've done that. Sanded the original GRP rear wide arches, and then I had them all carbon dipped just to freshen them up, plus obviously lose a load more weight out of them. Everything's been painted and rose joints have been replaced, if not just cleaned up, serviced. A fuel cap dipped. Just waiting on the lights coming back now. A set of Force racing wheels come up for grabs a few weeks ago, so me being me, when I'm purchased them instantly, and yeah, they seem to fit just about right. I had the slicks fitted on them, which I had for a little while, so finally got the slicks on now. The offsets are huge, as you can see. They only just sit under there, and I've not got much room on the inside between the wheel and the upright, but they do fit. I've had to do quite a lot to get them to work, but got there in the end, so yeah, well happy with them really. I think I've lost 1.1 kg just on the rears from the original 7-inch CRX wheels with the AD048s on, so huge weight saving really, and that's not including all the billet rear uprights and carriers, so it'll be interesting to see what weight difference is. Inside, all the seats now are bolted to the floor. That's the rear handbrake system, so you press the brake, press the button in, and that locks the rear wheels, and then you press the brake again and it releases. New bias controller under there, load of wiring to sort, and then get the switches fitted back into the new pre-preg dash, which is from MK Sportscars. The quality on this is absolutely fantastic. So gonna get all them switches and the clocks mounted back in there. I think I'm gonna mount the clocks above the column this time instead of over here in the centre, just to make it easier for me to see what's going on when driving. So there's the new race column and all the new bearings. So that's that. We mount to the front. So now full Cortina front end, all wishbones and uprights. I've had a bit of extra strengthening in here. New top mounted rose joints, and then all new from MK Sportscars upright, billet uprights and hubs, carriers, new Willwood front brakes, bigger pistons all round now as well in them. I'm probably going to run a poly A pad. So what else we got? We got new mounts for the cycle wings, which just look really neat, smart. Just got to get them bent and powder coated. And then we've got the Force Racing fronts. They're 8-inch with the slicks on again. Just waiting on the discs now, which I've got a slight PCD change on them and the disc coated. So just waiting on the department opening up at MTech so they can get them done for me. Lights are up there at the carbon dippers as well, so just waiting on them coming back. So that's that. Put this up. Oh, there. So yeah, so new ITG air filter, and then just gonna start cutting the carbon scuttle panel, sorting out some wiring in there, and get that mounted up. And just a few bits and bobs left to do really, just sort out a few little niggly little bits, just new clevis pin, and just little bits and bobs really just left to finish off. But yeah, really happy with the way things are going. Hopefully get this done in a couple of weeks, and then get the car corner weighted, see what it weighs, and hopefully get some track days booked, and get some time out on the road as well if possible. So yeah, that's what we've been doing in lockdown, guys.
Right, that's a snapshot for week 25 for you guys, just to see what's going on. You know, R1 MC, they're the RX-5 MC, new little demo car that's going to be rocking and rolling on forward. Probably seen a couple of other pictures coming up on Instagram where we'll be doing a left-hand drive, right-hand drive chassis car for our French customer as well. Some other bits that we don't do everything every single week, but it gives you a snapshot of what goes on as well. So if you're looking for a project, you've got that rolling chassis there, some black body work, an engine if you want it to go in there, etc. as well. Give us a shout on that if you're looking for a little project. It's not going to be stupid money, so give us a heads up. Drop in an email message, give us a phone call. Myself and Neil will be happy to discuss your requirements and what you're looking at. So great, thanks guys, keep safe out there. Thanks again to all our key workers doing a great job keeping us all safe, and it's nice to see some of the social distancing rules coming down as long as we're being sensible. Be nice to see. Happy Father's Day to you all tomorrow. Enjoy your time in the garage if you're allowed out there. I'm sure it'll be great. Keep safe guys, and we'll catch you next week.